in one last time. So I hope that they can. That would be
Yes.
wonderful to hear from some of the people that are you around them 5 days a week? Is this a
Yes.
job that you travel
Yes.
to and you're all together, or do you have
No,
headquarters and you all spread out?
no, I am a manager for a respite center, and my team works there. But I do my projects overseas as well. So it's a lot of people
Yes.
around. Yes, but we always connected in the end.
Oh, and you're overseeing them.
Yes, I
And
oversee them.
right. Did you have one of their positions at any point where you doing what the people that you oversee, were you doing that?
Yes, I did. It's 15 years ago when I
Oh,
started
wow.
in the journey. Because I moved different countries, when I moved to New Zealand 15 years ago, I have to start by zero, completely by zero. Back in the time,
Ah,
I didn't have the confidence that I do have
mm,
now.
mm.
And it's when I start going for aged care. I usually to work with babies and children. And then I switch to aged care. But then I have my mother with dementia in the same time that I was starting my professional change and everything. Well, combined to be who I am now. And then slowly, slowly, I was graduating, studying, but all my lived experience dealing with people with dementia make
Yeah.
me be who I am. So thank you to them. They teach me a lot.
My goodness. Did you have to start from zero because somehow your lived experience didn't translate for the people there? Or was it just something personal with you that you were just, you mentioned just not having the confidence that you have now?
Yes, it was me actually. When
Yeah.
I live in 6 different countries, no one
Yes.
of them is speaking English, but I have to speak English with them because I could not learn all different language.
Yeah.
And they were speaking English with their accents on their way, so I was picking up that. Even speak English in New Zealand is so different for me. English from America, the one that I was grow up listening music, the movies, even learning English back in Brazil when I was young. It was the American accent and American slangs, the way you say the words. In New
Yes.
Zealand was like a new language as well and different culture. So I always feel sorry if my English is not the best one. I was in that position for a long time. And then
Hmm.
I didn't could feel you pass credibility. Even I was a master in education back in Brazil. I have all the tools, the results, the studies,
Of course.
and whatever. I have to have all the titles. But when I went to New Zealand, I didn't have the confidence that I could give credibility to people because my English. But then it's why
Yes.
I went to
Sure.
wait care to start again. And my clients was the one that they love my accent. They love to talk with me. They teach a lot. All the words that I didn't, the vocabulary, things like that, I learned a lot. And I think because of them, my clients, that's been more 1,000 clients. I don't know, 15 years doing this job. It's a lot of clients. And everyone had few things. I have amazing English teachers when I went to their home and then I say, how I can say this, how I can say that. And they all these amazing clients was teaching me,
Oh,
but also telling me how cute he is, like very gentle, very nice words. And when I move for
Wow.
clients with dementia, that experiencing dementia, I realize the way that I speak necessary was not more important for my communication. I could communicate better with them with eye contact, with my smile, with my touch, things
Yes.
that I used to do to them. Was more important than I go back to the books and study English to speak perfect the grammar, perfect the pronounce of the words. That was not relevant in my day with my
Mm.
clients. So and then it's how I create a project called The Language of Love for
Yes.
people experiencing dementia. So this is where I am about. Because when I care for someone, they don't care if I miss say some word if or I don't remember the proper word to do. They just want to be connected, to have their needs achieved. That doesn't matter my English, my fluency in English for them. But what matters for them, if I smile to them, if my tone of voice is the one that they want to listen, if I can touch them with a gentle hug, pat their shoulders, if I can do something that they don't expect to put the music they like to listen, bring the best dessert. They was not expecting to have that ice cream that time. And all that small, gentle things, I realized this is what communication means. And then slowly, my confidence was building again. I start studying again in English, get my certificates just to prove myself. I have to prove myself that English won't be the barrier that I could not support anyone. And when I started doing a workshop for carers, for people that experience
Mm.
dementia, I was always concerned. Is Are they going to understand my English? I have to slow down, have to make sure I pronounce the word properly. But then it was not me. I was born
Mm.
in Brazil, raised by Italian parents. We do speak fast. We do speak with the hand. We do speak with emotion. And then I said to myself, I speak with my heart. It is what I want to people to listen. I don't want they listen the way that I speak. I want they listen how my heart works, my feelings. I want that. And then all my workshop, I have been introduce myself and tell them, if you come here to correct my English, you are in the wrong place. But if you are here to listen to my heart, and if you can listen just one word from my heart, this is the biggest reward I will have in life. Because that's one word from my heart will change your relationship with the person that you are carrying or looking.
One word, but from your
One word.
heart. When you were saying I was being careful, pronouncing everything right, that wasn't you. That wasn't speaking from your heart.
No.
Tell me that title again, the language title.
The language of love?
The language of love. I wanted to make
Love.
sure. I mean, it's
Yes.
that simple. I mean, it sounds like the title to a song, the
I
language of
just love, and
love.
the people think like language love because I know Gary Chapman, this American psychologist, create that language love, and I'm stealing a little
Oh,
bit
I
from
probably read
him.
one of his books.
Yes, and I'm still even he wrote he has another professor in America wrote the book applying with people experiencing the dementia. So I'm not the only one, but I advocate for that cause. That when I'm dealing with families that they have anyone experiencing dementia is sad, is a hard journey.
Mm.
And also, when I do with wives and husbands, it's like a divorce coming in their life. They are not ready and they don't want. One example, you are losing your husband, your wife, slowly, slowly through dementia, because slowly, slowly, they are not going to be the one that you have been with them 50 years, 60 years. That's a lot of time together. And you never expect in your life, you have to look after that person. And that person somehow doesn't seem the same because change everything. Most of families, they cannot, especially the cares, is too much on the shoulder. So these people slowly, slowly start going, enter to the residential care. That's not a divorce. For me, it's like a divorce that no one wants to have.
Mm.
And when I deal with families like that, I try restore the relationship. I try make them, with all the support I give through my job and my knowledge, to keep that person as much they can at their own home. But if they have to go for a residential care, because I do understand each journey is so unique and different, the relationship is still there. So it's not a divorce. It's not, you are not grieving because you lost for to the death.
Mm.
But I try, when people go to visit their husband, their wife, make it, I always tell them, why did you marry him or her? And then they tell me, I say, okay, when you go to visit them, I want to remember why you married them, because that language of love will restore that relationship. You make your heart feel lighter. And also, that person, he might not remember you now, but I'm sure that memory when he married you, or the feelings is still in their brain, because the science proof the young's memories is the last one to gone. So they are there. They are in a box with a lot of dust. We just need to clean and try open that box. And how we open that box? With the language of love. Could be a music that you both listen together when they were 17, very young. Could be his favorite or her favorite dessert when they were young. People think just about now when they care about people. They don't think that person has a lot, 80 years, 90 years, 70 years of life. That's too much stories. That's too much feelings. That's too much memories. Imagining a book that take 80 years to be read. It's a lot. It's a lot of stories. But people doesn't see like that. My job
Mm.
now, in my respite, I try restore families, children that they never had a good relationship during their life with the family, and now they have to care with someone that experiences dementia, and I know has a lot of challenge, behavior challenge, mood, how life, how I can make the children look the parents and feel love again like they were young. And
Oh,
then this is my job now. At my job, I have also a manager, a CEO that support me, give me this freedom to act like that.
wonderful.
I cannot save the world, I all tell myself, but I can save one person. And
Yeah.
that's a reward for me. Save someone from sadness, from the calls, from feel lost. And now when people coming back to my little workshop, it's always love now. We love about everything. And then it's why I may change the way to do my workshop. I said to, I always, they come to me and tell stories. Like my husband, the other day, I found the tea towels in a freezer. In the beginning, our wife telling me that she'll be panicky, she'll be sad, she'll be angry, and then she'll back to him and say, "Why you did that?" All tired. The next section, we laugh about that. And now she knows because I told her, okay, what's the drama? You can defrost your tea towels. There's nothing wrong about that. So, yes, you will find your things in an odd place. Don't tell them. Don't tell him more. Just defrost your tea towel and that's it. It's no harm for that. Or storage the key in a fridge. Oh, I was looking for the key, then I found in a fridge. I don't know what to do. And starting all the drama that doesn't help the carer and doesn't help the person. And I tell them, pick up your battles. What war do you want to start? Don't you start the war from a tea towels frozen, or you want to start a war for someone doesn't want to have their medication? What do you think more important, the tea towels or the medication? They'll tell me the medication. Say yes. So that is will be a war. That you have to spend energy because you know that medication the doctor prescribed for something. So it's important. What about the towel? This is so important for you that he stores in the right place, not in a freezer. And then I do all that reflection in my workshop. And then we all, in the end, we cry together, we laugh together, because I do understand my mother had dementia for 15 years, and my mother was 52 years old when she was diagnosed. That's so young. And when I was in my 30s, and I was a neuro psychologist for babies, for young children. When my mother told me, I remember that day like it was today in the morning. She rang me. She was working. First, she told me she forgot how to do the number 3. And then I say, I laugh. I say, oh, maybe you are stressed. And she say, no, I cannot do this number. I said, it's just a stress. It's a stress. And then she start forgetting, going to the supermarket, start forgetting her card, small things. And her mood start changing.
Yeah.
She went to the doctor. And the doctor, I don't know, he told her, he make little tests and said, you know, you have dementia. 0 to 10, you have the 10. So you have a super dementia. And she went to the doctor driving by herself. When she calls me to
Oh,
tell, and I say, no way, this doctor doesn't know anything about dementia. For me, you are experiencing maybe menopause symptoms. You know, menopause can, for your brain,
yes.
stress.
Yes.
Yes, like I do forget things as well. You'll be okay, you'll be okay. In that moment, my family and I, we didn't know nothing about dementia. And then 15 years ago in Brazil, they didn't talk too much. Has not too, we think has a lot of information, but the information is not easy for who doesn't understand. It's all complex and all different informations. Try this, do that. And then you as a carer, you feel so confused. My father, he was overprotective with my mother. He said to her, give me your car key. Don't work. Don't do this. From today, you have someone with you 24 hours. And then my mom was closing as a shell,
Yeah.
lost, and she was withdrawn. And then go to the doctor, and then it's not her telling the doctor how she feels. It was my father telling the doctor, oh, she cry all day, she's not sleeping, she's anxious, she's frustrating. What the doctor did, a lot of medication in a brain that is already stressed. The
Mm.
conclusion was my mom had 2 types of dementia, and it was so fast, her decline, so
My
fast.
goodness.
that for long, like I have see someone like that. I work 15 years now. I never see someone like my mother declining so fast. While this happened, I back to study because okay, I have to refresh myself, and but it was too late because the way that what I learned in applying Maria Montessori approach, that school philosophy, I learned how to apply in dementia after. So it was late. So we took my mother's autonomy and independence very, very early in the early stage.
Oh.
And for me, it's why support her decline go fast. When I start working with my clients, when I learn, I do different. My clients still my clients, and they still independent, and I just redirect them. They might forget where's the how I put a sugar in a cup to make a coffee. So I might to show them how to do and let them do each time, but I don't do for them. They use sugar, they cough. I don't bring water to them. I help them to find where's the water, how to go there and take. I still keep stimulate the brain in the skills they already had before. It's just the connection is not working properly. That's a very simple way to say for carers understand. And
I've heard that dementia, okay, obviously there's such a spectrum,
yeah,
but that it's in there. I mean, it's been proven over and over again that memories, the ability to speak, um, connecting something that's being experienced with something that happened in the past, it it can make its way out if properly, fertilized and stimulated. it
yeah,
it does resurface, but that the brain disease um, is blocking the ability to express it. So somebody
exactly.
is scratching and scratching at themselves, but it isn't that. Maybe they're just overheated and they're just grabbing at their skin trying to take that heat away.
Yes.
So
It's
that's one part. And I was just going to say that was so wonderful that your clients and you created a continuous um, inpouring of, you need me to help teach you how to express that word, or what are the right words to put around it, or how to put that sentence together so that it sounds more like you want it to sound with these words, but don't use that word when you want that. Here they had this purpose. You extended their brain power, their quality of life, their own confidence in, I am making a difference in this young woman's life who I appreciate and love. And at the same time, you were pouring into them your trust of saying, I am reluctant to step forward because these words are not as good as I could say them in Italian to you. It's just that going back and forth. I mean, you really learned from them. And at the same time, you were really learning from them all about, because seeing one person, even being with them month after year, it's just going to be different as you've experienced with other people and other
yes.
sorts of the roadblocks that happen in the mind, or the way that things get expressed with agitation, or like you said,
Mhm.
the shell to just withdraw.
Yeah.
So I've changed because there was an incident that I was very well aware of. I was a person that I was in close proximity with. It wasn't my family. But in that family, he didn't know where to drive. He could do the process of driving, but he didn't know where to drive. And the decision was made by the family to let him continue as much and as long as he could. And because of the way that the driving went into an uninhabited area, and it took days to discover that this person didn't even know what was happening. And they did discover that he had died of exposure because he
Oh,
didn't stay in the car, he didn't keep the jacket
sorry.
on, etc. Searching. And this is a person who got in, turned the car on, knows that you're supposed to signal, knows that you take streets. There was no car accident, didn't go off, the edge of a cliff at all.
Wow.
Made one wrong turn and could not correct it, made
Right.
another and
Yes.
another, uninhabited, searchers for days, um, things being found, glasses, etc.,
Yes.
and just going, oh no, this is day 3. And so now this
Yes.
person doesn't have anything. And I thought they did it wrong. And
Mhm.
I'm pulling back on all of that now. I do understand a family now saying we're going to let as much happen as possible. Not so much different than watching your 16-year-old drive away from you. And it's the first time they've never had someone in the car to say, now remember. And whoop, you don't want to make any sudden moves. You're going to cause an
Exactly.
accident. So let's just go around the block or to the next exit. We'll get off there. We'll
Yes.
correct the mistake. Not any different than a person who you're just like, they could really hurt themselves in a job like that. I know they're capable of it,
Yes.
but the likelihood of being hurt, and maybe they're 30 years old, and you go, you know what? I just cannot shut down their life because I'm feeling that way. So your dad was right. He was
Yes.
concerned
He
that
was
something could
concerned.
happen
Yeah.
and
If
he didn't know how to.
how to
He
do
wasn't trained. He wasn't trained,
was
and it's
not
been
trained.
50
Yes.
for you.
Yes.
You're still learning.
To discover that is like in the case in the scenario that you show me, that person he could still driving, but he has to have a support person always with him to redirect it when the brain won't more recollect it where he has to go or he has to do if something, because most of the case the brain you lose that ability. And when I
Mhm.
say about autonomy and independence, it says they can still make choice and choose, but also as a carer, we have to look after their safety and the other people's safety as well. But it's
Even if we follow
overwhelming.
them in another car, just
Yes,
we know that
yes,
they're going to the place that they always go to on Monday because it's so socializing and
yes.
there's a much happier person for the next day and a half after that.
I have a
But yeah,
client, they use the GPS trackers. They have GPS trackers in a collar, in a necklace, in a watch, in their wallet, in their bag. So if they lose their bag, the family can know where the bag is. If they are
yeah,
lost, is it easy? Because from the carer perspective, it's hard. It's a 24 hours job.
yeah,
It's not easy, so I do
no,
understand that. But I try during my workshop to show and try separate it. What can be taken lightly? What cannot be taken? What is a worry? What is more important? during 24 hours that the carers need to actually act. And this is it is why I like to spread that my project across the globe because I
Yes.
think it's like everyone is unique. We are not talking about robots or dolls. Each person experiencing dementia bring the whole baggage. I said to you before, it's a book. A person is 80 years old, has a book of 80 years, like it's a lot of stories on that. It's a lot, it's a lot. But the way that we communicate with them, sometimes we don't even have to talk with them, it's the action. I have clients, I just smile to them and they come to me and do whatever I ask them to do. It's just a smile, a wink, just a nice chocolate cake. The other day I have one client. He never sing before. He hates to sing, but somehow he was singing with me and he feel happy. I took photos because I show him after. He was telling me, I hate to sing. I said, well, but you're happy. Look here. And the wife was telling me what magic you did. I said, I didn't do, no, it's not tricks. It's just the way that I communicate with him was so gentle, was so slowly, with no pressure. In the end, he was singing, the other was dancing. And then I can show my team, my staff, how
Yeah.
to communicate. You don't have to yell, you don't have to scream, you don't have to feel angry for small things. And for the big things, actually, you have just to learn how to deal. So it's what I tell families in my team. Pick up what war you want to battle in.
Is this
And
sort of
that's it.
thing expressed in your publication, The Language of Love?
Yes.
What you're saying, what don't go this direction because that
You
backs a person
trigger.
into the corner. It's accusing them. It's telling them you're wrong. You're too slow. You should have remembered that. You know, is that
Yes.
what yours is
Yes,
about?
like the carrot says, I told him 1 million times, like, because they will keep you repeating. Is today my doctor appointment? What time? So the carrot says, no, it's tomorrow and you'll be 12 p.m. Then after 1 minute, they repeat again. Why just happen? They are boring. And also for them, what they have in their life now, they are not busy. They're not busy. People, you repeat the things that stick in that moment. What do you have to do? We put on a calendar, a visual clue, so they can see it's tomorrow and you redirect them. You do like a cup of tea or coffee. Let's go have an ice cream. Or let's do some gardening together. Okay, I have a basket of clothes. Could you help me to fold that clothes? Because I tell people folding clothes is one of the best exercise for the brain, better than crossword and puzzles. Just fold clothes because you stimulate almost parts of your brain. Yes, okay. I think that person could help you if you it's like when you praise in teenagers and children, because we are humans, we like to be praised. So no difference about, I'm not treat a senior person like a child. No, I'm just praise as a human. If you tell me, well done, you did great. Oh, could you help me? You are so good to do that. I will feel motivated and I'm 50. So anyone feel motivated when you praise them because we are humans, we have the ego. It's good to know we are good in something. People living experience, they are like,
It
they are
is.
us.
It lifts your cheeks. Even if you're like, I'm not doing it for the praise or, oh, I know I'm good, but it just spreads
Yes.
the face, the mouth opens when someone says, you're the best at this, or I don't even like doing this unless we do it together. And then it's
Exactly.
awesome. You're like,
Hey,
oh,
this is the key. This is the language of love. This is what I want the carers, the staff, the doctors, everyone is starting approach people living with dementia with that attitude, because they don't understand one simple word can change the whole day. You know, the frustration, the anxiety, the everything that the people are experiencing during the day that is going to trigger in a challenge behavior. I have people, they are angry and they come angry with me. I do listen to them. And it's stories that I know is from imagination. Like my husband's teaching me and her husband passed away a few years ago, you know, all that story. You know, I always want to be an actress. Okay? I play the role. I listen, I agree. Yes. And they say, oh, that's not nice from your husband. That's not nice from that person. And sometimes that person, you be one of my team. Okay. One example. And then I tell them, don't worry. I'm going to fire this person. I go in the emotion and the people feel so connected with me. She can trust me. And everything that I tell her, they say, what about to have a lunch now? What about to have that medication? What about a shower? They will do. They will do in 1 minute. And I promise it's not a magic. It's just the way that my body, the way that not the words, how I communicate. I have a client, one time the wife told me, I'm not sure if he can communicate with you because I don't think he understands your English. And then I know back in the years he would speak Italian. I start speak Italian with him and make some jokes, and he starts laughing. And the wife say, "How come that?" I say, "You know, English is not the only language in
Yeah.
the world." And
Oh
he
no. Ooh,
said,
go through all the places that you have lived. You said
"Oh,
you've been
and
in different
yes,
countries.
yes, I have. Well, apart from Brazil, Italy, Turkey, Syria, Middle East, and New Zealand, and now in Australia, in all different, in all connected. I have a lot of background in Pakistan as well, in India. So it's a lot of different parts that I have been connected before. And
My
making
goodness.
me feel understand. I have a client from Iran the other day. Even the staff didn't know what her language, because she lived in Australia for a long time. And then I start to bring the flag, the tea, some keywords, and boom, this person connected with me and she was telling me all the stories that for a long time she didn't say to anyone, include her children. I have a client, she's Japanese, she's 95 years old. She doesn't speak English. She has dementia. I learned some Japanese. I do
Very good.
communicate with her. And even I make my staff learn a little bit as well. So the key words we can communicate. And I do even I bought the chopsticks for she eat the food because I think makes more ease for her than using
Oh, yes.
spoon.
Oh, if she's 95, she lived
Right.
there during the war
Yeah, so
and
it's a
during,
lot. Yes,
um, oh, I'm not going to say it right. There were
the
two bombs
depression. Yeah,
dropped. Yeah.
exactly. So it's a lot of
Yeah.
things that we can connect it. Like she used to be artist. Like she likes to paint beautiful things or organize ikebanas, the flower vase.
Oh,
And she loves to do origami. So we give her a lot of arts to do, and she do beautiful. She likes to fold everything like in a small piece.
which you were just mentioning in folding clothes. It's
Yes,
like,
and it's why maybe she's living
wow.
95 years old and so healthy.
Oh my goodness. I could see a group of eh, ladies or gentlemen and being given like envelopes and pages
Yes,
that are old bills or something that you would use either as scratch paper or
yes,
put into the shredder or whatever, and folding and just starting to put them into envelopes and have someone reach over and get a piece of paper too and fold it. And put it in, just that's something that we have
Yeah,
all grown up doing, is putting
exactly.
those into the envelope for school or for an event or something like that.
Yes.
Isn't that
So
something? Making sense by making things orderly and
exactly.
how that feels,
And
not
we
just to
skill that
play.
ability, and we reskill that ability. It's already there. They had that ability, and they had that and they have that memory. I just need to open the right box. I tell the family, it's
Mm.
not easy. Sometimes I open like that. Sometimes take time to open the right box. I have one client, she used to play piano, do concerts. She has dementia. She'll tell me she never played piano before. I knew her story. But then we had a piano in the center. I invited her to listen to me, and I don't play nothing. So I was just like, you make a horrible sound. And she say, that's bad. And I say, yes, I know, but I don't know how to play. And she start playing. She played for 1 hour from her
Oh,
mind. And then she
the
will stop and
flow.
say, I don't remember. It yes. But then she started telling me, I used to play in a club. Do you know that club? And all the memories come. So I just open the right box and take time and patience. But the way that I talk, like you have to be, you have to use more warm language, and we have to really, really be interesting what they're telling you. And they know that you are not speeding up. They know you want to hear them. You value what they tell you, their choice. Yeah, so this is what I do here in Australia, and now I make a partnership in India, another one in Africa, Tanzania. They contact me in Brazil, in Portugal. Have a lot of followers in Mozambique, Angola that speak Portuguese, so make my life a little bit easy.
In
But
Mozambique, they speak Portuguese. Of
they
course.
speak
Why didn't I think
Portuguese.
of that?
Yes, and but I do want to grow, and maybe someone that's watching me can do a partnership, sponsor my project. That would be beautiful, because I'm doing all this. It's not for money. It's a tribute to my mother. My mother teach me. She, I am like that because of her. All her language of love. She always I hear she telling me, do this, don't do that, talk like that, things. And I pass to my clients. And when I'm sad, Chris, you believe or not, she always send a sign to me. Yesterday, a client, she knitting a scarf for me. And she said to me, I see you with a scarf the other day. And this was my colors, the colors that I like it. And she gave to me. And then I just look at her and I cry. I said, thank you. I love her. But my mother is giving me to me too. So my mother used your hands and your heart to
Oh,
tell me how, like, to praise me, how good I am. Things like moms you tell your child. And I have a
she
lot of.
sends you messages.
Exactly. The other day, when
Mm.
trying to look at me, I was support her in the toilet, and she told me, "You have the most beautiful smile that I never see in my life." She was a 9 years old with severe dementia, and I was just teaching the staff how to support her better in the toilet.
Yes.
And yes, so love speak like that. So they give me
Oh,
love, my clients, I give tons of love back. This is me, Chris.
this is you. We're going to wrap up. Thank you for wrapping us up
Yes.
in your language of love and giving us the reasons why. And it is just bubbling out of you what it's like to be around people and know that the little box has just popped open. It's like, oh, this is the right key. Now we want to make sure that we use this key again, or that we use it, these sorts of approaches and this voice, and have this environment going on, because we know that it coaxes it beckons to the box to go ahead and open. This is a safe place for you to look up and say, you have the most beautiful smile I've ever seen. And you're just thinking, wow. I may have told you this before. They were filming a husband-wife. The husband was at the point where the wife would little by little lift him to get him into the bed, just do the things that you and I have done, and we've trained others to do. You have trained others to do, and I was trained to do, how to put them to bed. And they were filming with absolute dignity, just the intimate interaction between the two of them of, and now you're moving, and I've got you, and you're okay. And, oh, honey, did you say something? He turned to her, first time in a long time, said, well, actually, and then it went back to just the murmurs. And she just goes, you said actually, clear as a bell, as if he had just looked up from a book and said, well, actually, I would like a different flavor of ice cream tonight. As if he had a whole sentence there, but that was the part that made it all the way into the mouth and out. And then the murmurs, again. I'm looking at this link that says Instagram.com/whispers of love by Dani, Dani. So that is how one way that people can get a hold of you, or is that, because I don't use Instagram, or is that somewhere where they can find you when you're live, or they can find things you recorded?
For everything. Approach me, send a message. I put my day, I share tips, I show what I'm doing the day. It's like my little things about my life, and it's open. And yes, so people can just, sometimes I see other ideas for other people that I like, so I share the ideas. It's a lot of good people doing a great job, so I share what they are doing, because it's always is something to learn, even for me. We always learn in with everyone is doing. So people can find me in Instagram very easy. I mean, always connected. Yes.
Good. Do you ever do those in Portuguese or in Italian?
I did it. Yes, I did in Portuguese, but now, Instagram can translate to English or the language that you are watching. I have a lot
So
of
people
followers
can
from
just translate
India.
it themselves.
Yes. I have
Yeah.
a lot of followers, not from Brazil, actually. My big followers is from India and Turkey. I have a lot of people from different countries. They speak different language. And they can read, because translate automatically, even the videos that I do. So they always will have a way to understand me.
That's just chicken soup for the soul. It's like
Yes.
those blogs that stay-at-home parents who are just like, it doesn't matter what I do. Somehow the color crayons get rubbed on a wall, or somebody starts to cry about something, and it was just that the cheese was round instead of square, or whatever. I
Yes.
just need to hear an adult say, hey, I am going through this. I found the most amazing solution. I tried these other things and they went badly. And today, for this person, this works out. Or I've
Yeah.
tried it with 5 different people, and it is not magic. It
Yeah.
is learning the language of love, and it applies in so many situations, but sometimes it takes luck. And someone's, oh, I'm so
It's not
glad
just
to
me.
hear
Yes.
my Danny is talking to me today.
Yes, like I always say, it's not only you, like, it's not only you. Everyone, this journey is not easy. So it's not just you. Don't feel too proud. Just say, when people come to cry to me, I say, listen, it's not only you, has a lot of people cry. Worse scenarios than you could be worse. And they say, oh,
Yeah.
that's a big relief for me. Yeah, so this is what about my Instagram to
Wow.
share
Well,
ideas.
to finish us off, of all the things that you've brought before us, your mom's situation, and that became your situation, your dad's. It wasn't
Mhm.
easy. It was heartbreaking. I think maybe the one that is going to stick with me for a while is that it's not a divorce. However, you're kind of a relationship therapist for the people to say, and this has changed. It's a drastic change, or it was a very slow change, and you're just at the end of all your creativity. Your cup is empty. It's not your soul isn't being poured into. So when you said that about let's find that memory, let's find that way of expression, and let's try this different way. You're not just making someone feel hopeful, you are giving them true a tool, a tool
Mhm.
that they know somehow, if I keep at it, this has worked. So I would say go ahead. We need to finish at 55. So is there one last thing that you would tell a family, a spouse, whoever, it might be a sibling that's caring, it may be the kids, the adult kids, the grandchildren, the adult grandchildren who are doing the caring, a neighbor, a friend. What is that one thing that you want them to carry with them so that they
Mhm.
don't carry so much on their shoulders?
I did this with my mother when my mother passed away last year. So this is what I
Did
think now.
she?
As as a people, we are a book. We are a book of memories, stories. When you care about someone, just keep this in mind. What that people you leave to you. I know she might leave a house, assets, or debts, or nothing, but she will give to you a book of memories. If you are
Mm.
experiencing someone in your family or people that you work to experiencing dementia, make the most memories that you can do. I regretted about to not do. I tried my best to do my memories. I would, if I could ask for the universe more 5 minutes, I'd have more time to my mother just to do incredible memories and laugh about the tea towels in a freezer, the keys in a fridge, laugh about the outfit and not combining the colors, laugh
Yeah.
about, just laugh.
Just
That's it.
laugh.
Just laugh. Laugh in love. That's my, maybe.
Yay.
That's it.
I love this. And we did have a little laugh or two. But for anyone who's never been a caregiver, there is a richness that you don't want to let go of, even when that person is completely, truthfully, physically gone from you. There is a richness. So dig for those laughs. Know that if you're crying and laughing at the same time, yep,
Yes.
yep,
Nothing wrong to cry and
nothing wrong.
laugh. Yes, nothing wrong. Yes, this is
Oh,
would be my message because it's what I apply to my life every day. Even sometimes it's chaotic, challenge in behavior. See people cry. I try laugh about like with respect, of course, but
yeah,
what's life? What do we take from here?
yes.
Memories and good
Oh,
memories more important. Good memories.
good memories. Danny, thank you so much for
Thank you so
joining
much
me
for
from Texas to the Queensland area. Is that right?
yes, Queensland area.
Yay.
Yes, I'm
And
in the
you're in the
future.
winter and we're in the summer.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you
that's
so
good. Thanks so
much.
much for inviting me. See you next time.
Oh, good. There will be a next time. Thank you.
Yes,
Bye
thank you.
bye.
Bye bye.